Namaskaram to all our esteemed viewers. My heartfelt gratitude for your support and for taking the time to engage with our content. For our new viewers and subscribers, a very warm welcome to our community. I am thrilled that you've joined us, and it is our honor and privilege to spend this time with you. We deeply appreciate you dedicating your valuable time to listen to our insights that will truly enhance the quality of your life. I'm sure some of you have seen sci fi movies where you have seen an army of highly trained and skilled robots with heavily armed weapons walking towards the battlefield. Well, that non reality will soon become a reality with an army of highly trained and skilled robots equipped with advanced artificial intelligence is ready to take over many repetitive labor jobs, including numerous positions within the technology sector. I want to impress upon parents and youngsters, especially from the middle class and lower middle class families, that simply by sending your child to a reputable school or college will not guarantee them a financial security or job or success. The competition for jobs is escalating. The job availability will resemble the desperate scramble for food in a famine stricken area where substances like food, water are scarce for weeks. This scenario is likely to become the reality of job market in the next decade or so. Astoundingly, technology is progressing to a point where robots are being trained to perform surgeries. In today's day and age, some laparoscopic surgeries are already being done by robots with very little to no human intervention, which is remotely guided or remotely managed by a surgeon. It is crucial to understand and equip yourself and your children with skills, habits, and mindset necessary to not just survive but thrive and succeed in this rapidly changing world. Arm yourself and your children to face the challenges posed by artificial intelligence and advanced technology, ensuring that they are prepared to seize the opportunities and are able to build their own futures and not struggle. Many individuals, even in developed countries, are living in a state of denial. They are excessively engrossed in their daily challenges and entangled in issues that add no substantial values to their lives. They fail to realize that the train of progress has left the station a long time ago. They are significantly behind the curve with regard to the future of their children. They are holding on to outdated and irrelevant thinking patterns like a good education is enough to secure the future of a child. Or they think that becoming a doctor, engineer, or lawyer is everything and anything that a child needs to do. This situation poses a particular challenge for the lower middle class and the poor strata of society, as they are the ones who will be the most adversely affected by the modernization of the global market. They are ill prepared for these changes. While my concern is limited for adults who continue to make poor choices, it is the children who will suffer due to their parents' lack of emotional stability and understanding of the profound, impactful changes that is going to disrupt their lives. If these families are already experiencing financial crisis where they have expenses that exceed their income or they are living paycheck to paycheck, they have already begun to dig their own graves towards more financial instability. When I'm around children in impoverished regions of Asia, Africa, or South America, I often ask them a question what they aspire to be when they grow up. Remarkably, more than 70 to 80% of these children, they will express a desire to become a doctor, engineer, or lawyer. Upon hearing such responses, it becomes very evident that they are being coached or their parents are setting expectations upon them, which is making them say these things. Phrases like study well and grow up to become a doctor, it impacts their mental state of understanding and upbringing. It is basically telling them that academic excellence is alone what ensures a future that is successful and bright. There are two significant issues from this mindset. One is a herd mentality. Children are being conditioned to conform to conventional career paths without considering their individual talents, interests, and niche, and also without understanding what the job markets would be in the times when they are ready to enter the job markets. What will be the supply and demand at that period of time? Academic performance pressures. The implicit message that failure to excel academically equates to personal inadequacy instills fear and anxiety in young minds. While comprehensive statistics are limited, the average global unemployment rate hovers between 8 to 12%. This figure varies widely among countries, but it underscores a crucial point. Even educated, skilled, and experienced individuals are facing significant challenges in securing employment. As your child prepares to enter the job market in the next 5 years or so, they will encounter fierce competition not only from the unemployed, educated, experienced professionals, but also from a global workforce enhanced by advancements in robotics and artificial intelligence. This rapidly evolving landscape necessitates a re evaluation of traditional career advice and a focus on equipping our youth with diverse skills and adaptive mindsets that will help them thrive in the future. I possess considerable insights into the realm of artificial intelligence, and the developments I'm witnessing are astounding. The rapid evolution and the extraordinary outputs produced are beyond imagination. This advancement transcends a single sphere of life, impacting numerous facets. We are on the brink of the beginning of a new era, Technology 2.0, characterized by robotics, artificial intelligence, and scientific progress. To navigate this transformative period, one must proactively prepare, akin to how we train our armed forces to safeguard our borders. Parents should cultivate their children with mindset and resilience to endure and excel amidst the forthcoming challenges. Unfortunately, many parents themselves are preoccupied and addicted to social media and to gadgets, and they do not find time, energy, financial resources, or have the patience to inculcate good habits and disciplines and nurture their children to set them up for success in the future. When a child becomes distressed or throws a tantrum, it is often the case that a parent would give them the smartphone or they will switch on the television and play some cartoons just to pacify them. So you see, this is how the addiction begins. And also, you see that many children are being given the smartphones or gadgets as soon as they are distracting their parents, or if their parents want some time to themselves or they don't want to be disturbed by their children. This behavior, it bears a close resemblance to the habit of drug addiction, wherein a child will become reliant on the temporary dopamine release and the allure of instant gratification that the parent is putting them into a habit of, knowingly or unknowingly. Some studies have shown that middle class often remains in its current economic status due to a mindset which is focused on pursuit of money. This approach itself is fundamentally flawed. Individuals who have achieved significant wealth or success, they do not chase after money. Rather, wealth is a byproduct of the endeavors that they are engaged in. Studies indicate that many individuals within the middle class and poor segments of society, they perceive wealth as evil. They think that wealth is the root cause of many sins or evils. There is a widespread belief that wealthy people they accumulate their wealth through unethical or criminal ways. This perception is fundamentally incorrect. Wealth is generated through knowledge, education, experience, skills, smart work, which is all layered by rationality, ethics, morality, and social well being. I'm not denying the fact that there are many corrupt people and powers to be who are misusing their situations and making wealth unethically. That is not being denied here. But fundamentally, most of the wealthy people are not generating money through those means. The abundance of wealth can be achieved by anyone. Job availability is not something that is finite, and neither is wealth does wealth creation have any limitation. In reality, everyone has the potential to be wealthy. Wealth is not merely something that is chased or pursued, but it is rather something that is created. It is cultivated through one's knowledge, skills, education, services, and products. Building your equity in wealth, it involves creating and developing something of value that is needed, required, or in demand in the market. And if this is something that is aligning with your passions and interests and something that you enjoy, that is a cherry on the cake. It is a magnificent pursuit worth engaging in ethically, rationally, morally, and socially for the benefit of humanity. This continuous endeavor will inevitably lead to substantial wealth creation for all those who seek it. Wealth is indeed a positive sum game. We generate value collectively. Most middle class individuals they find themselves trapped in the perpetual life cycle of a 9 to 5 job. The aspiration to attain wealth solely through a conventional job is similar to somebody fantasizing about marrying the most beautiful woman in the world or dreaming about eternal youth. What course of action should you take? While education is undoubtedly one of the fundamental building blocks of personal and professional development, it is also crucial that it is equally important to encourage children to pursue their natural talent and skills. Parents should guide and engage their children in activities that enable them to make informed choices as they mature. Instill habits that contribute to the overall development of their personality. Help children understand how to control their emotions, how to control their energy, and how to expend it in the right way. Build a growth mindset, make calculative decisions, and sometimes they have to take risks in life and help them understand how they can become excellent communicators. And one of the key things is relationship building. Conventional education often overlooks the importance of relationship building, human psychology, and establishing connections. This effort is not just about leveraging your family's connections with powerful individuals, but it is rather about building your own network as an individual. Parents should help their children identify their strengths and weaknesses, help them fortify their strengths and manage their weaknesses and turn those weaknesses into strengths. It is important to teach your children how to control their emotions and channel their energy in a controlled manner. Instill strong principles and ethics. Help children develop a robust moral compass. And on top of all of this, avoid pressuring your children to conform blindly to societal norms or to follow a path that leads to mediocrity or potential disaster. Instead, encourage them to forge their own unique path. Success and prosperity will automatically follow. Nurture their proficiency in areas that they show a natural interest or where you can find and see that they have a potential for excellence. Wealth follows those who can manage it effectively. My grandmother used to often remark that many people fail to attract wealth because of their inability to manage it and to comprehend the responsibilities that comes with having wealth. Consequently, she said, the goddess of wealth, she would run away from them and instead she leaves behind her twin sister who is the goddess of financial shortcomings. It is imperative to respect wealth and understand the responsibilities it brings. Educate your children about it from a very young age. Impart financial management skills to them. One of the secrets of the wealthy is that their wealth generates more wealth even when they are sleeping. This is rooted in the growth mindset, and it involves certain disciplines and practices which I have elaborated in some of my previous videos. There are numerous board games that you can play with your children, and it can be a family activity that you can engage in. These board games will help enhance your children's financial management skills. These are more productive alternatives than getting them addicted to gadgets or to social media. One board game that I highly recommend is the game of chess. It fosters a strategic mindset. Number one habit, according to me, is the habit of reading. This should be instilled in every child. Encourage them to read a minimum of an hour every day. And this habit should be nurtured from as early as infancy, incorporating bedtime reading or reading aloud to children as a habit which they get used to since their very childhood. When individuals from middle class backgrounds acquire wealth, they struggle to invest or spend it wisely. Many end up chasing societal status. Invest in large homes, luxury cars, extravagant vacations, and this pursuit often prevents them from stabilizing their growing wealth. Avoid falling into the trap of social status. Learn how to manage and grow your wealth and build your social status intelligently. It is crucial to understand your needs and what you can afford. Save and invest to grow your equity and plan smartly for any big expenditures that are directed towards your social status management. Bear in mind that the social status should be the least priority. Greater emphasis should be put on building your wealth equity. Social status is a byproduct and it is something less significant. What is more significant is your wealth stability and your reputation as an individual. Many individuals continue to grow poor due to disparity between their earnings and expenditure, which is again related to the disparity of their earnings and desires. The greater this disparity, the deeper they dig themselves into the grave of stress and chaos. Most fall into the trap of the status game. It's driven by egocentric and envy related competitions. And this is inconsequential in the larger scheme of things. People do not understand that financial stability and having their wealth make more wealth should be their top one priority. Smart individuals always live two notches below what they earn. Your lifestyle should be affordable and it should not be a struggle. It is essential to have a minimum of a 24 months of backup income to sustain your lifestyle in the event of unfortunate circumstances, such as you could lose your source of income or experience a downturn like the COVID 19 pandemic. These principles of strategic financial planning should be taught from a very young age, alongside managing and running a household. Educate your children on these matters early in life. And one more thing I would add to this list is cooking skills. At a very young age, start teaching your children about the dangers of addictions and to some extent instill a sense of caution regarding the consequences of this from a very early age. When puberty approaches and hormonal changes occur, a child does not understand how to control their emotions. And if a child does not understand how to control their aggressions, anger, they become a potential candidate for negative influences by their peers, which could lead them to forming bad habits such as alcohol, drug addiction, excessive video gaming, and gambling, and other things that is going to further set them up for failures in future. You have to assist your child in training their mindset to handle these situations and to avoid falling a victim to them. Peer pressure and influences can be particularly dangerous during the teenage years. It is crucial to understand who your children's friends are and who they're socializing with and what are the activities that they're engaging in. The concept of continuous learning and skill development is another essential habit that is required in this era of rapidly changing market and technological footprints. Change occurs so swiftly that one must constantly learn and improve their skill sets. This is where the habit of reading and maintaining a robust network of professional connections proves invaluable. This mindset growth is in knowledge and skills is a habit that will support a growth oriented mindset. There are no shortcuts to becoming wealthy. None. Zero. One of Ben Franklin's poignant quote is, "A man dies at 25 but is buried at 75." This is a profound thought. It compels reflection on its inherent truth. Many find themselves trapped in the hamster wheel of life by the age of 25. They get occupied by the hamster wheel of career, job, marriage, social status, financial struggles. Then this wheel of stress and anxiety, it often consumes the remainder of their lives. The primary reason an individual remains trapped in these cycles is the reason why they continue to be in the cycle of middle class. The most critical skill for achieving wealth is to become an eternal, perpetual learner. One must read, learn, and practice relentlessly. It is a habit that one has to have. It is not a choice, it is a requirement to be successful in the future. No book in the library should intimidate you. Whether it pertains to economics, finance, philosophy, or science, you should be capable of taking any book from the shelf and you should be able to assimilate its contents. Additionally, I would recommend that rather than aimlessly reading thousands of average books, focus on thoroughly reading and rereading the top 100 books. That is more valuable. It helps build your mental muscle, which is as important as building your physical muscle. It is not necessarily the most educated or the smartest or the hardest working person ends up being successful or wealthy. It is those who become perpetual learners and who are able to navigate through the changes of the requirements of that era which will make them successful and wealthy. Someone who strives to each day become a little bit more wiser than they were before. This requires discipline, good habits, practices, commitment, and persistent effort. If you commit to becoming a constant and infinite learner, you will never run out of opportunities to generate wealth. Cultivate a mindset of learning, one that absorbs knowledge continuously. It's not just knowledge from books, it's also knowledge from other people's experiences and other people's wisdom. This enables you to understand the needs of human society, the value it seeks, where the demand lies, and how you can meet them. And the only way to escape the rat race of middle class or poor is by becoming an entrepreneur, by building your own business, by becoming your own boss. This is the optimal time to embark on the journey of entrepreneurship. With the right support and resources, children and youngsters they can navigate the complexities of the educational landscape, the acquirement of essential life skills that they need, and confidently they can pursue their passions and goals. Remember, the army of advanced and capable robots and artificial intelligence and advanced technology and science, armed and equipped, are advancing our way. Equip the youngsters with education, knowledge, wisdom, life skills, habits, mindset that will not only enable them to endure, but it will help them flourish and achieve remarkable success amidst these technological evolutions. And with this thought, I would like to chant my favorite mantra, Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu, the translation of which means, may all living beings on our planet Earth be happy and free. And with this beautiful thought, I bid you farewell. Namaskaram, goodbye, and thank you.
Felt the pressure of the outside. Come to me, let me help you revive. Let me guide you to revive.
one of our other videos that I believe you will enjoy to watch. Please continue to watch our videos and gain insight